Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on Satori, and seeing if he is a good hero, when you can use him, and if you should start to level him up. Let's jump into his skills. First one is Ravenous Pack. The hero's base attack deals magic damage and applies Foxfire marks to enemies. When the skill is activated, the enemies take damage for each mark applied to them. So it's basically you're giving them a specific aspect or negative effect, which whenever he ults is going to deal a lot of damage all at the same time. Spirit Purification. Satori attacks all enemies, dealing damage and applying a Foxfire mark. That's 40% magic attack, plus probably close to 4,000 there. Once it's fully leveled up. I don't have mine fully leveled up. Then we have the Eternal Wisdom. Each successful base attack steals intelligence from the enemy. Restores the hero health by 200% of the damage dealt. The intelligence steal is active until the battle ends and can't be cancelled. You can kind of think of it as a little bit of a vampirism. If you're fighting intelligence heroes, it will do a little bit more in stopping them, but it will heal him up a little bit. And then Imminent Reckoning. Satori applies 9 Foxfire marks to enemies each time they gain bonus energy. The energy gained from damage dealt to a hero using a base attack, using a skill, or killing an enemy is not considered bonus energy. This is his main ability that makes him solid, right? Where if anyone gains energy by bonus, which is basically anything that is just not normal, then he will be able to put a lot of Foxfire marks on them, making his ultimate even more powerful. Now his skins. Satori has 2 magic attack skins in the Masquerade and Celestial, 1 magic penetration skin, 2 armor skins, and 1 intelligence skin. The priority order is magic penetration first, then the magic attack, then the intelligence, then the armor. He is a mage. Intelligence is his main stat, so that's what you're going to be focusing on. And intelligence will give him an extra point of physical attack, as well as 3 points of magic attack and 1 point of magic defense. The items that you're going to be focusing on, Enigma's Chronicles are going to be the big one that you're going to need a ton of, as well as always with any magic attack hero, Lamort's cards are going to be absolutely vital. Going to need tons of those. Glyphs are going to have a pretty regular or standard pattern there. Same with the skins. Magic penetration is number 1. Magic attack, intelligence, health, and then armor for the priority. For his artifacts, he does have a magic attack primary, which is the Black Fox's fan. His secondary, Manuscript of the Void, is magic penetration and magic attack. And intelligence is his top stat for the ring. So, the best one that you can level, Manuscript of the Void, then Black Fox's fan, and then the Ring of Intelligence. Though, if you wanted to do this one first, I don't think that's a terrible strategy. Both of these are very good for Satori. And the Ring of Intelligence doesn't hurt either. Ascension abilities, he's not ascended yet. Maybe that will come on down the line, but it hasn't happened as of now, so you don't have to worry about any ascension abilities there. As mentioned, he is part of the Mage branch, so if you want to upgrade him that way, you're going to have to upgrade the Mage branch. Now let's go ahead, go into a battle, and look at what he can do. So we're going to let them go here. You can see I've gone and faced the Dante, Nebula, Orion, Augustus, Dorian team. The team of terror that a lot of people can't figure out. I went with Isaac, Sebastian, Satori, Heidi, and Aiden. And so I'm really making Satori a tank in this particular battle. And I'll show you why in just a second. All right, so we got Satori. You can see here, just really quick, you see that like little dot that's going to be circling Dante? He has 2 of them right now. Those are Foxfire marks. Those are what are going to be doing additional damage whenever Satori ults. So Dante is going to be getting a lot of those. Why? Because he's getting extra energy. And you can see he killed my Heidi, which is pretty unlucky. They killed the Heidi, but Dante is going to be taking a lot of those marks. And because Satori has a decent amount of health, he's just going to keep on applying. And now he's able to ult. So Dante has a lot of these marks on those. He's going to do his little thing. And watch how fast Dante goes down. He has almost full health right here. And watch how fast Orion goes down too, because he has a few of those too. And just a second. The ultimate is about to hit. Boom, boom, boom. There goes Dante. And in just a second, you'll see Boom, 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 boom. There goes Orion. Augustus got hit too with one. And now he's going to be start to target Nebula with the Foxfire marks you can see in just a second. You can see like that one right there. It's just going to hit Nebula, and now it's just cleaning up the rest of the fight. Yeah, so this team was able to win against the famed Dante team. So, we've seen him a little bit in battle. What are his strengths? Well, he can be very good against heroes that get additional energy. That's really where you want to put him. So think of dodge heroes. Think of if there is a specific ability that gives extra energy. That is, I'm thinking something like, well, dodge is really the best example. There are a few heroes like an Orion. I think gets additional energy too. I'd have to see if that applies specifically to him. I think it actually does apply to Orion. He's pretty good against Orion too because the bonus energy that he gets, I think it is considered bonus. So Satori would be good against a team like that, especially if he can start to steal some of the intelligence from an Orion. So he can be good in specific situations. Weaknesses, he's very situational and he's not overly powerful, especially if the opponent's team doesn't get bonus energy, then Satori is kind of not that great, right? Because a lot of his thing is putting a ton of Foxfire marks whenever someone does get bonus energy. So if he can't do that, his abilities are just weakened by quite a bit. Who are his counters? Well, Sebastian will actually stop Foxfire marks from coming out. So Sebastian is a great counter to him. Chorus as well. In terms of just overall damage, someone like Thea, who can put up a magic defense ult, would also stop him from dealing a lot of damage because it would just, the magic defense would slow him down pretty considerably. Who is he good against? You really want to be using him against dodge heroes, though we do have Lyria for that now, so Satori's impact has gone down some. Or any other heroes that get extra energy. So you can think of someone like an Orion there. He's best used with other heroes that have magic attack as their primary stat or as their artifact, because that is going to be boosting Satori's regular abilities, because all of those, all of his ultimate and his other abilities, the first two at least, are based off of magic attack. The Ravenous Pack and Spirit Purification are, and then these two are not, but it will increase the damage right here for his AoE attack and his primary attack whenever he ults. Best pets to use? I like to use Biscuit with him, because Biscuit will allow him to, especially with this AoE, will allow him to put a debuff for healing on multiple heroes. And it also adds magic attack and armor, which if you're going to be using him at the front, which is a usual strategy, you can see him at the front of the line a lot. If not, he's not the tank, he'll probably be second there. Armor can be of help, so both positives there for Biscuit. What is his overall grade? I put him at a C+. With the Lyria coming out, he has gone down in terms of usage abilities, but there are still limited situations where he can be a decent hero to play, especially if you're running into a bunch of those Dante teams in COW. You can only use Lyria once, or Isaac and Sebastian once, and Satori can be a nice killer for a Dante team in those type of spots. So C+, not a terrible hero. I wouldn't put him in my top 20, maybe even 30 heroes to level, but you might want to get him there to max level eventually down the road. Thanks so much for watching. Please put in the comments any other heroes that you want me to do a deep dive on, and we'll get to those soon. Thanks.